The day my world fell apart started like any other, with the warm sunshine streaming through the windows of our cozy little house on the outskirts of town. I woke up feeling a sense of excitement and nervousness, thinking about the final touches I needed to put on our dream wedding plans. 10 years of marriage to Blake, and I was still on cloud nine, or so I thought. As I rolled over to reach for my phone, I noticed Blake was already up and getting ready for work. He gave me a quick kiss on the cheek and said, "Hey, beautiful, I am heading out. Have a great day." I smiled, feeling a flutter in my chest, and replied, "Love you, have a good one." Little did I know, those sweet words would be the last genuine thing he'd say to me for a long time. Looking back, I realized there were signs I ignored. He was always extremely protective of his phone, making sure it was always out of my sight. He'd get defensive if I ever asked to borrow it, or even glance at it. I brushed it off as him being a private person. But deep down, I knew it was more than that. Another red flag was how he never wanted me to meet his coworkers. He'd say things like, "They're not really my type," or "You wouldn't get along with them." I thought maybe he was just trying to protect me from a boring work environment. But now, I understand it was a deliberate effort to keep me from getting close to the people who could have potentially exposed his secrets. And then there was the intimacy. It started with little things. Him not being as interested in being close, not initiating sex as often. I thought maybe he was just stressed with work or tired. But as time went on, I began to feel like I was on my own. It was not until I found that burner phone in his sock drawer that my world started to unravel. I was doing laundry, and my heart sank as I pulled it out. Why would he have a second phone? A part of me did not want to believe it, but another part knew something was terribly wrong. I tried to calm myself down, telling myself I was being paranoid, but the seed was planted. I could not shake off the feeling that something was off. That's when I reached out to his best friend's wife, Sarah. We'd become close over the years, and I considered her a friend. We met at a coffee shop on the outskirts of town, and I could see the concern etched on her face. "I am so sorry, Emily," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I should have told you sooner. I knew about the affair. They've been seeing each other for over a year now." My world stopped. An affair? With who? Who? The questions swirled in my head, but before I could ask any of them, she continued. "It started after he reconnected with his high school sweetheart on Facebook. They've been sneaking around, and his entire friend group knew about it. I am so sorry I did not tell you." The pain was suffocating. I felt like I would been punched in the gut. How could they do this to me? To us? I thought about all the times he lied to my face, all the times I brushed off my doubts. The shame and anger swirled inside me, making my stomach churn. Sarah handed me a folder full of evidence, texts, photos, and receipts. My eyes scanned through them, and each piece of paper felt like a dagger to my heart. I could not believe it. His own friend group helped him hide it from me. As I walked home, the folder clutched in my hand, I felt a sense of determination rising within me. I was going to confront him, and I was going to make him understand the depth of his betrayal. That night, I sat at our kitchen table, pen in hand, and began to write a letter. It was everything I would wanted to say to him over the years, but never had the courage to. It was my truth, my pain, and my ultimatum. "Blake," I wrote, 10 years of my life, and you threw it away like it meant nothing. You made me financially dependent on you, deliberately stripping me of my power. But I am taking it back. I am taking back my life, my dignity, and my future. You have 2 weeks to leave. Don't bother trying to contact me. I'm done. As I finished writing, I felt a sense of liberation wash over me. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I was ready to face whatever came next. I was ready to reclaim my life and my strength. The days that followed were a blur of tears, anger, and planning. I reached out to my best friend, Rachel, and she helped me gather more evidence, documenting every transaction, every lie. We worked tirelessly, building a case against him. When the time came for Blake to leave, I stood tall, my heart heavy, but my spirit free. His mother showed up at our doorstep, tears streaming down her face, and apologized for raising him to treat women like this. I accepted her apology, not for her sake, but for mine. It was a closure I needed. As I watched him walk away, I knew I would never be the same. But I also knew I would rise from the ashes, stronger and wiser. I took a deep breath, feeling the cold air fill my lungs, and whispered to myself, I am free. The journey ahead wouldn't be easy. I would have to navigate the complexities of our small community, where everyone knew us. I would have to protect my retirement savings, which he had access to. But I was ready. I was ready to face the challenges and start anew. As I closed the door behind him, I smiled, a sense of hope and renewal washing over me. I knew I would find my way, and I would emerge from this heartbreak a stronger, wiser woman.